Hello, viewers. It's Essentially Michael from Scooby Reviews, bringing you a new podcast from my channel called The Super Sentai Review. And like always, I'm gonna speak very loudly, very clearly, and very slowly, in case you don't understand me. Also, I try to do my best not to preach hard during this audio podcast recording as well, not to cause any audio feedback as well. And finally, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will change to adult language. Once again, if you're under 18, this audio podcast recording will have some adult language if you're under 18. Now, if you're over 18, then you get to watch this audio podcast recording. So, anyway, with this and everything else out the way, let's get into the latest episode. Of King-Ohger. So, basically, it starts off when we last off in the previous episode. Garen was after suffering a major attack by Douglas. Gehring was the only Kill Ranger left standing. Gehring was the only Kill Ranger left standing. Basically, from the attack from Douglas' meteor attack. So basically, Gehring was walking towards, walking towards Douglas with his Ohsama caliber sword, dragging his Ohsama caliber sword towards Douglas, and he saw the Kabuto castle lift off, and he thinking that everybody's good, it's gonna get at least get off, at least be safe from Douglas, at least be safe. But Douglas said that no, I wouldn't bet on that, I think Congress to deal with your people, and basically I don't know, and basically that's when you see the Kabuto Castle in a spaceship bug mode. The engine starts to get, cut off, and basically the Kabuto Castle crashed down to the planet. And basically, Garen's thinking that everybody's dead and just, screaming and whatnot and just losing it. And basically, it turns out that all the people, it turns out, it turns out that when Hemo and some of the other Rangers started to started to regain their consciousness, turns out the people was not, it was just a distraction, it was just a distraction to get close for all the people, for all their subjects and people and servants, come to the Rangers' aid, and basically, to extract Douglas from their post to helping the other Rangers. They're helping the Rangers. So basically, Reckless, all the servants and all the people, one by one came to the Rangers' aid, and basically, Yama, Rita, and Kagawaka, managed to gain confidence, but Jeremy was still out cold, And basically, each of the servants that gave this is our planet, gave their own speech to the rulers, and we decided to fight. We don't care. We ain't gonna free. This is our planet too. We had the right to fight for it, and basically we're gonna help you guys take down Douglas and his forces. And Douglas was what the hell is going on here? I put college in, or would have took care of you guys. And basically, after after the head servants or the head servants gave back the killing their royal items back, Garen, Douglas gave, given, I mean, Douglas gave, Garen the Oath of Crown back, and basically giving more stuff into his golden pool. Reckless, say, let's do this, and basically, get since Garrett, the others needed some time to recover before they fight, and basically everybody, so basically Duckworth did a Thanos and summoned all the monsters and all the monsters that the Rangers face, and some footprints that they fake. A bunch of people. We see a bunch of no. We see a bunch of Bangla people fighting against the forces of Douglas evil forces and whatnot. Basically, getting it in like it's like watching in Avengers Endgame. So basically, everybody's getting it in. Everybody was fighting. Everybody was scrapping. So basically, it seems like. It seems like for a minute it seems like the King Ogres and the forces were holding their own against Douglas forces, and that's when Douglas used his powers to bring his justice back. So basically, the other justice that the Rangers destroyed or sent away, and basically that's when things turned, and basically out of nowhere, we see turns out that the gateway from the underworld has opened, and basically all the people that we've seen from the first King Oda movie who came back to life. So basically, or in the series, like the the previous ruler of Goki, the previous ruler from Tofu, Hemo's parents. He was parents the first the first king of Sugarum showed up, and basically and Death Rush showed up, and basically and the real Boris came back from the underworld and basically helped him out, help turn the tides, and basically Douglas was like, what the hell is going on here? So basically, but it was just a temporary thing. So basically, it turned out all the people all the people who was helping the Rangers and the Allies fight each other was there temporarily because the doors of the underworld were temporarily open and whatnot. So basically, that's why I gave a speech to Gary gave an interesting speech to Gary to get yourself no take a minute and get yourself together and let's beat this guy already. And basically, and Deathro continued beating the crap out of Comedy and whatnot. So anyway, the Doggo was just looking like confused, like even with all the forces that he summoned against the Rangers and the allies, they're still it seems like they're still getting the upper hand against his forces. So basically, Gary didn't, did got hit and got demorphed, but people, the rest of everybody was like, you take a minute to cover with the other. So basically, we see Yama was working on that special program to copy the powers of the copy the powers of the royal items into the Megazord and whatnot. And basically was working on that, and basically Jeremy finally woke up, getting to his mom's. His mom, her mom, Jeremy's mom was gangster, and basically Jeremy was happy to see his mom again, as herself, she's dead, and basically Douglas was glad to see the real Boris again, Boris is dead, his, and basically fighting along. So basically, Boris, the real Boris was fighting along against Douglas, the head guard of Sugar and whatnot, kicking butt. Everybody was just getting in, and the Rangers were taking a breather. People, during this whole fight, there was like this, the Rangers were pulled to the side, and basically, and we see Bond and Hogome, making up food and whatnot, along with Sebastian, along with Sebastian and Suzuma and whatnot, treating, with, were treating the Rangers wounded and whatnot, and giving them food and water and whatnot. So basically the gates of the underworld was slowly closing, and basically so basically like even so basically all the people that was helping them from the underworld was slowly fading away back to the underworld again. So basically, after that, the whole it seems like the whole land, the whole battle shit towards the Rangers and their allies, and Baby Duck was like, what's going on here? How you guys making a fool out of me and my great power? And basically that's when Garen, get his evil laugh like because because we're because we are united, we all are united against you, and basically this is how we're going to defeat you. And basically this is how the episode ended, with Garen giving him giving Douglas a response to why he's losing. And basically this is how the episode ended on this note. I honestly I this was a there was a lot of reference to Avengers Endgame in this episode. So basically next week will be the final episode. Honestly, I'm gonna cry, man. So maybe this episode delivered and basically makes you want to watch it. Honestly, if you ever watch this episode, honestly, this will make you want to watch Avengers Endgame over again. So anyway, we got to think about this episode, good, bad, or just now, or please, like no. Anyway, signing off from Screen Reviews. One.